Hi, second grade. Today for phonics and grammar, you will need both your hardcover Journeys textbook that, remember, you can't write in, and then the soft cover workbook that's titled Reader's Notebook. So if you don't already have those, please get that and a pencil out. So in the big hardcover Journeys textbook, go ahead and open up to page 34. You can see that down at the bottom of the screen, I'm circling it. Page 34, and then you should see what is on my screen. Pause the video if you need to take a moment to find it. So the title of this section is Grammar, and grammar is all of those rules that we have to follow when speaking and writing in the English language. So today we're going to learn something new in grammar and also continue to review our short A and short I vowel sounds. So this section will be all about subjects and predicates. Can you go ahead and say the word subjects out loud? Subjects. Can you say predicates? That one's trickier. Predicates. Let's read to find out what those are. The subject of a sentence is the naming part. It tells who or what did or does something. Pam walks her dog. Who walks her dog? Pam does. So Pam is our subject. The boy chooses a pet. So who chooses a pet? The boy. That is the subject of our sentence. It tells who or what. Let's continue. The predicate of a sentence is the action part. It tells what the subject did or does. The dogs pull on a rope. So remember, our subject would be the dogs, and our predicate, so telling what the dogs did, they pull on a rope. So I'm going to label these S for subject, P for predicate. Let's do this, but remember, you are not writing in your book. So you're following along in your book, but you're not writing in it. If you do want to write these down, you can take out a piece of paper and write it on the side. The next sentence says, Ben plays with his dog. So who is the sentence about? Ben. So he is our subject. And what does Ben do? He plays with his dog. That is the predicate. Let's continue looking at the next ones. And remember, you're not writing in your book, but you can write this on another piece of paper or on your pocket sleeve if you would like. So we're looking down here. Mel grew tall. So let's think, who is our subject? Mel. The sentence is about her. She's our subject. And what did she do? She grew tall. That is our predicate. My father hugs the dog. Who is the sentence about? My father, our subject. And what's my father doing? Hugs the dog. That is our predicate. So do you see how every one of these sentences that we've looked at so far has a subject and a predicate? If it just had a subject, so my father, is that a complete sentence? No, that isn't. So we need the predicate for it to make sense, for it to be a full, complete sentence. Let's look at the next page together, page 35. When two short sentences have the same predicate, so when they have the same predicate, you can put the sentences together. Join them to make one longer sentence, right? And between the two subjects. This will make your writing smoother. So for example, we have two sentences. Let's read them. Jim liked the park. Spot liked the park. So we have two sentences that have subject and a predicate. And then again, Spot is our subject. Liked the park is our predicate. It has the same exact predicate. So instead of repeating ourselves, we can combine these sentences to make a longer sentence. So now let's look at who our subject is. Jim and Spot liked the park. Who's the sentence about? So now our whole subject is Jim and Spot, because it's about both of them. And our predicate stayed the same, liked the park. Okay, this is our last sentence together. Jim put on his mask. Do you spy any words that have a short A or a short I vowel sound? That's right. In Jim, that is a short I vowel sound. Ch, Also, in his, s, his. And then mask, that's one of your spelling words. Ask. It's that A. All right, now let's figure out what is our subject, or who is our subject. Jim. So I'm going to box Jim and label it with S for subject. And what is Jim doing? The rest of the sentence, put on his mask. That is our predicate, P for predicate. So now take out your reader's notebook and you're going to complete page 2 of your reader's notebook. And this focuses on the subjects. So I'll read this top part to you. Subjects. A sentence tells a complete thought. It has a naming part and an action part. The subject is the naming part of a sentence. The subject tells who or what does or did something. The subject tells what the sentence is about. Let's do this together right now. So have your book open to page 2, your pencil in your hand. Draw a line under the naming part of the sentence. Remember, the naming part is our subject. Number 1, Jason sneaks around. Who is the sentence about? Jason. Go ahead and underline his name. Number 2, Kim looks through windows. So who looks through windows? Who is this about? That's right, Kim. Number 3, my brother writes in a notebook. Who writes in the notebook? My brother. So underline my brother. Number 4, John reads spy books. Who reads spy books? That's right, John reads spy books. Underline John. Okay, for the next part, write the naming part from the box to finish each sentence. So we have to read these sentences to figure out which naming part, which subject fits better. Number 5. Blank tells spy stories. Let's read number 6 before we choose. Number 6. Blank purrs on her lap. Okay, what makes the most sense? Well, the cat can't tell spy stories in real life, so that must be Jill is the subject of that sentence. So we can cross off Jill in the word box. And that means the cat is left. Let's read that and see if it makes sense. The cat purrs on her lap. Yep, that sounds right. So our subject for this sentence, the naming part, is the cat. Now please turn to page 4. So it should say 4 at the bottom. This page is titled Short Vowels A and I. The directions tell you to sort the spelling words. Put words with short A in one column and words with short I in the other column. And then down at the bottom, it says for you to write 2 more words that have the short A and short I sounds. Write the words on the lines. So this you will be doing on your own. Use the word box on the side. Make sure you spell those words correctly when you write them, and write them in your best, neatest handwriting. Tomorrow we will continue talking about subjects and predicates, and we'll use our short vowel words in some sentences. Thank you, second graders.